England versus Argentina, semifinal, World Cup 2026. 40 years after the most famous cheating goal in football history. And now a new controversy. A TV cable hanging over the pitch that may have changed a shot. The hand of God. The cable of God. Same two nations. Same tournament stage. One match that has more history than any other fixture in football. This is the story of two moments, 4 decades apart, and why England versus Argentina will never be just a football match. June 22, 1986, Mexico City. Argentina versus England in the World Cup quarterfinal. Diego Maradona, 5'5", goes up for a header against 6' Peter Shilton. And he punches the ball into the net. The referee doesn't see it. The goal stands. Argentina goes up 1-0. Maradona later says it was scored a little with the head of Maradona and a little with the hand of God. England were furious. The most infamous goal in World Cup history, and it knocked England out. Here's the part people forget. 4 minutes after the hand of God, Maradona scored again. And this time there was no controversy. He picked up the ball in his own half, dribbled past 5 England players, and scored. It was voted the greatest goal in World Cup history. So Maradona scored the most controversial goal ever and the most beautiful goal ever in the same match. England didn't just lose. They were undone by cheating and genius 4 minutes apart. And that's why this rivalry cuts so deep. England versus Argentina isn't just a football match. It's political. It's personal. It goes back to the Falklands War in 1982, when Britain and Argentina fought over islands in the South Atlantic. 4 years later, they met in the World Cup. The hand of God felt like revenge, not just for the match, but for the war. Then, 1998, Beckham gets sent off for kicking Diego Simeone. England fans blame him for years. 2002, Beckham scores a penalty to beat Argentina. Redemption, 2026, they meet again. In a semi-final, with a new controversy fresh in everyone's minds. Now let's talk about Sunday. England versus Norway in the quarterfinal. Scoreless, late in the second half. Norway attacks. A shot is taken. And then the ball hits something mid-air. A TV camera cable hanging over the pitch. The ball drops. Norway doesn't score. Minutes later, England goes down the other end and scores. Norway loses 1-0. And the internet explodes. Was it a deflection? Did the cable change the trajectory? Norway players demand VAR review. But there's no rule for a cable, so the goal stands. And a new controversy is born. And now the conspiracy theories are everywhere. The hand of God was a deliberate punch nobody saw. The cable of God was a random TV wire nobody checked. 2 divine interventions, 40 years apart, one that helped Argentina against England and one that helped England against Norway. The symmetry is too perfect for the internet to ignore. Fans are asking, is someone up there messing with England? Or is this just the most ridiculous coincidence in World Cup history? Either way, the semi-final is now the most talked about match on earth. Let's not forget this is a World Cup semi-final between 2 of the best teams in the tournament. England came through a tough group, escaped the quarterfinal against Norway with a 1-0 win, and now face their biggest test. Argentina has been dominant. Messi's successor has emerged. Their defense has been rock solid, and they knocked out Brazil in the quarterfinal. Both teams deserve to be here. But the headlines are all about the controversies. That's what happens when history weighs this heavy. Diego Maradona passed away in 2020, but his presence looms over this match. He was the hero who cheated and the genius who dazzled all in the same game. If he were alive, what would he say about the cable of God? Would he laugh at the irony, call it karma, or would he just smile that knowing smile and say nothing? England fans still curse his name, Argentina fans still worship it. And now, 40 years later, these two nations meet again with a new God controversy hanging in the air. Literally, the cable of God controversy raises a real question. Should TV camera cables be allowed to hang over the pitch? In most modern stadiums, cameras are mounted on fixed rigs, but in Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium, a temporary camera cable was suspended for the wide-angle shot. It hung low enough that a ball could hit it. Norway's entire World Cup ended because of a TV wire. FIFA says there's no rule against it, but after this, there might be. Sometimes a controversy is so absurd that it actually changes the rules. So here we are. Wednesday night. Atlanta, England versus Argentina. A World Cup semi-final that was already going to be the biggest match of the tournament. But now it's more than that. It's 40 years of history coming full circle. It's a hand and a cable, two controversies that shouldn't be connected but absolutely are. It's Maradona's ghost and Norway's pain, and two nations who have never needed an excuse to hate each other on the pitch. One match, one ball, and millions of people watching every single replay, looking for anything unusual. Don't blink. Because in this rivalry, magic and controversy are the same thing.